just been under a lot of stress. I don't really think Melissa brought anything to the show, to be honest with you.
Either do I. She's never had a storyline, a real story.
Teresa's like a real character. She says funny things. She does funny things. She's got all these kids. Like, I just feel in a new marriage, I feel like you would see the old fun Teresa if Melissa and Joe were gone.
Yeah, I agree. I second that motion.
I would agree with that. And I mean, listen, I think that the fans are absolutely over it. No one wants to see this anymore. I think it's the last season, but what do I know? But I just, when you say one of them has to go, I'm not team anyone, but Teresa is going to be on this show till the very end. It's her show. We do say that here, Kim, you know, you've said that.
We do.
Like, love her or
they gave her a lot of power.
Teresa gave her a lot of power. RHONJ. She's always been
exactly. They gave her a lot of power. They did. Yeah. They gave her a lot of power.
Her and Karen. Well, that was a what do you call it? A myth too. Like, if she doesn't like someone, they're off the show. That's not true. Otherwise, her brother and Melissa never would have been on.
True. This is true.
Said, I'm not signing the contract. If they come on, they're still on.
Yeah.
She didn't want Kathy on for as long as she was. She was on.
That's true.
When her and I were feuding, I was on.
Yeah.
When her and Caroline,
I came back on as her friend, as an enemy.
She doesn't have power as to who they bring on and who they take off the show. She does not have the power.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
You can make suggestions like, I like this person on, that person on, and, you know, help with that. I've helped a lot of people get on the show.
Right.
But you know, they do what they want to do.
I agree with that. Yeah. But I just think, like, if she's this storyline, if she's truly done with them, and I think she is, I really think in my heart of heart, I feel so. I'm glad
and I hope it's one and Teresa stays and is old Teresa. That's
I think we can all agree to that.
Is any part of you, Jacqueline, kind of like feels justified, because everyone is coming out against the Gorgas now? People are suing them, you know. Jackie Robinson, co-owner of, you know, Envy back in the day, says you never, like, it just seems like everyone is coming for the Gorgas. Like, I
feel like everyone's turning on them. I feel like I see a shift in, like, oh, now I see Melissa for who she is. Now I see how much she lies, because people are putting her lies side by side and seeing it, saying this, here's the truth. And I think it's coming out more and more now. And yes, I do take a little pleasure in that, because I finally saw it, and it's frustrating when you know what's going on, and then, you know, you're just waiting, you know, patiently for other people to see what's going on.
That's right. That's right.
You can't, anybody can say it, but you have to see it for yourself.
Correct.
And yes, I think that more and more people are seeing what they're about.
The truth. Also, Kathy Wakili said to me, I'm just going to sit back and watch it unravel. Like, that's what she said, you know, because I had texted her. I said, do you have anything to say on this? Do you want to come on? She goes, Kim, right now, like, she's justified too now. She's vindicated, because people are realizing that they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't walk away. Right. And the truth is coming out. So she's sitting back. I happen to love Kathy. I know Jacqueline does too.
And I hate how Melissa tries to say, we did it for Teresa. You didn't do it for Teresa, because you were still behind the scenes talking shit about Teresa. It wasn't you were loyal to Teresa, so they cut you off. You did it for the viewers to look at you as if you're loyal to Teresa, but behind the scenes, you're talking shit to Kathy, to me.
That's right. That's right.
And you just did it for the view of it, not a sincere, genuine, I'm doing this for my sister. Like, that's right. Every chance they get to kind of make her look bad, they do it.
Oh, they absolutely.
And that comes on, like, and I believe them when they first came on, because I told them my concerns that Teresa was concerned about. And they're like, we're not coming on to take her down. We're not trying to do. Well, then if that were the case, when Teresa came up to you and put her arms around you and pretended like everything was fine, why did you call her out? Why didn't you just
Why'd you call her garbage? Garbage. He called her garbage, Jacqueline. What brother calls your sister garbage? Now,
and then wait. Then Melissa plays the role of, like, I can't control my husband. Meanwhile, she's in her husband's ear just as much, saying all that stuff, and she lets him be the one on camera doing this stuff. Yeah, she's just as much involved in saying the same shit, but she's like, oh, I'm so hurt for him. It's like, oh, come on,
give me a break. And David and I discussed the last episode where she and I was talking to Jacqueline about this earlier. When she walks into the party. Yeah, when she walks into the party and she's talking to her two nieces, Teresa's two daughters, they were, cool as a cucumber with her, but you could see there was no love lost. And then after that, she walks in the bathroom crying, saying she feels sorry for Joe. I don't believe that's the case. I believe she sees the writing on the wall that her days are numbered on that show. She didn't feel comfortable at that party, and she sees including the nieces, have got her number now. That's what I believe she was crying about.
Well, the clip I saw was they were doing a speech thanking everybody for being there, and Joe wasn't there, and Melissa was there, and she was pretending to get all emotional and sad. I believe that when Melissa and them, I didn't see the whole episode, so I don't know. I got to watch it. But from that clip, what I saw is that he was probably invited and he chose not to come. I don't know.
Yes, that is what happened.
He was invited, and the speech that they gave was basically to the people they invited.
Yes.
Melissa was representing her husband.
Right.
Like, just because Joe wasn't there, I feel like they were still including him in that speech because Melissa was representing her husband. And to say like, and I think she minced her word, like she took the words and twisted it to like, oh, everyone that's here, you wouldn't want anybody else here. Like, you meant that towards my husband.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
She was speaking to everybody on behalf, like Joe is included.
Like all the people that are here
Melissa,
are your family. Exactly.
Right.
I agree with you, Jacqueline.
Melissa extended to Joe like that. She was there
Right.
representing him. I don't think she meant it against him in that moment.
Let me ask you a question. Why do they think everything's about them anyway? Teresa's there with her future husband, madly in love, celebrating. And now the first thought when she gets up on that thing is going to say, I want to knock my brother. Come on. Yeah. That's narcissism.
And Melissa knew the cameras were following her and she had to like, I'm going to the bathroom.
Exactly.
It like walks off like it's an act. It's like,
it is an act.
Look at the way she treats me.
Yes.
It's like,
yes.
Well,
Kim, I agree.
I was going to say, well, Kim thinks she was crying in the bathroom because she knows this is her last season.
Well, I think she was crying. She felt uncomfortable. This was the first time she really walked into a place and just felt like I don't belong. Yeah, they were just not really paying much attention to her. And the girls just really they treated her like, just cool. They were very cool to her. They were respectful, but cool. And I think she's seeing the writing on the wall. That's my opinion. And that's because I saw she cried, but she didn't cry because Joe wasn't there. She cried because she's in trouble.
I thought my opinion was she was putting it on to make Teresa like pity me. Look how she treats me. And my husband says that. That's what I thought she was doing.
That too. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But she's very calculating and knows how to play it. Like,
the
way she'll talk, it's like, it's so sad. It's just so sad. It's like, you're not sad. Stop it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not sad at all. Go ahead, David.
Well, I was going to say, Kim has already answered this question, but if this is Melissa's last season, Jacqueline, will